First of 4 criminal trials for former President Donald Trump is now underway, but it's the only one that's expected to be wrapped up before November's election.
And during Monday's jury selection, we saw just how slow the process may be, with no jurors seated yesterday and dozens dismissed. Let's get right to Good Day's Robert Moses. He's been following the story. He is live up in Lower Manhattan outside that courthouse this morning with more. Robert, good morning.
Tashani and Dan, good morning to you. As we've been telling you, jury selection alone could take weeks because it is such an important process for both sides. The contentious process is set to resume in just a few hours.
Former President Donald Trump will return to criminal court this morning for the second day of jury selection. When he left late yesterday afternoon after the first day, no jurors had been selected. Judge Juan Merchan dismissed dozens of potential jurors who said they could not be impartial. Upon his arrival at the courthouse yesterday morning, the former president immediately lashed out at the case against him.
It's an assault on America. And that's why I'm very proud to be here.
Soon after those comments, the former president nodded off in the courtroom, according to reporters who observed him. Former President Trump is required to be in court each day unless the judge excuses him. Merchan would not commit to allowing the former president to miss proceedings on May 17th to attend his son Barron's high school graduation.
He's a great student, and he's very proud of the fact that he did so well. And I was looking forward for years to have graduation with his mother and father there, and it looks like the judges are going to allow me to escape this scam.
Merchan promised to make a decision later based on how the trial is progressing. He did say, though, he will not adjourn on April 25th to allow the former president to attend Supreme Court arguments about his claim of immunity in another criminal case. The day before, on April 24th, Merchan is expected to hold a hearing on the prosecution's request to fine the former president $3,000 for 3 social media posts that prosecutors say violated Merchan's gag order. The former president calls Merchan conflicted.
We got a real problem with this, Judge.
While the charges in this case relate only to hush money payments made to Stormy Daniels, prosecutors are expected to discuss 2 other similar deals with the National Enquirer. One relates to buying the silence of a man who said he knew about the former president fathering a child out of wedlock, which turned out not to be the case. Another involved former Playboy model Karen McDougal, who sought to tell her story of an alleged affair with Donald Trump.
And from one courthouse to another, later on today, the Supreme Court in Washington will hear arguments about whether those who participated in the January 6th insurrection can be charged with obstruction of an official proceeding. That can carry a sentence of up to 20 years. We're live at criminal court this morning. Dan and Tashani, back to you.
Robert, I'll take it. Thank you.